Hello and welcome back to the e-learning platform of the GS College of Commerce, Wardha. Today we are going to discuss the Indian economy subject of the 6th sem, whereby we will see the 4th unit. Under the 4th unit, as I told earlier, the 4th unit is basically based on the political leaders' thought. So here in this unit we are going to deal, in this particular video lecture, we are going to deal with the economic thoughts of Ram Manohar Lohia ji. Okay, so as far as the Ram Manohar Lohia's basic life is concerned, he was basically born in the year 1910 at Akbarpur, India, and died in the year 1967. Basically, he belongs to the family of the traders, and his mother died at the very early age when he was only 2 years old. So he was brought up by his grandparents, and his father was also related with the independence movement. So he was having the influence of the nationalism from his father. As far as his early studies are concerned, the Ram Manohar Lohia studied basic fundamental up to 10th standard from Bombay, and then he studied economics and politics at Banaras Hindu University. Before receiving a bachelor degree in 1929 from the University of Calcutta and doctorate from the year 1932 from the University of Berlin. In 1934, Lohia became active in the Congress Socialist Party, which is actually called the left wing of the National Congress. He made the efforts towards the national movement of independence. In the year 1939, he was detained. He was basically the opposer of the war involvement of Great Britain in the World War II. Okay, and he was arrested for that reason also. In the year 1947, when India was independent, after that, Lohia and the other CSP members left the Congress in the 1948 because of the thought conflicts with the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. And then he formed his he joined the Praja Socialist Party in the year 1952, and there he worked up to 1955. Later on, he left that party also and started his own party, which was called the Socialist Party, and he became the chairman of the Socialist Party and also the editor of the Mankind, the journal of the party. In 1963, he was elected as the member of the Lok Sabha. So this was overall the life journey of Ram Manohar Lohia ji. Now we will discuss what are the economic thoughts of the Ram Manohar Lohia. His economic thoughts were related with the certain concepts, whereby first one was the individual freedom. So he advocated the individual freedom, just like the other classical economists such as Adam Smith, J.B. Say and J.S. Mill. Dr. Lohia also advocates the individual freedom. He holds that men are by nature equal and free, and his mind was Lohia ji was tremendously influenced by the German philosopher and scholar, namely Kant, Hegel and Karl Marx and others. He agrees to Kantian viewpoint that the individual is rational and has will of his own. So he considers basically the liberty as well as equality as the necessary attributes of an individual. So Ram Manohar Lohia ji was the strong believer of the individual freedom, and his thoughts were related with the freedom of an individual, whereby he also advocated that there is a right of privacy of an individual. He was also believes on the planning, and planning especially the socialist plan. So Lohia ji was not outrightly opposed the state planning. He says that the state planning always aim at doing good, and he does not like such planning which rooted the compulsion and curtails the individual freedom. So Lohia ji was also the supporter of planning, but this planning which is supported by basically the individual freedom. So he does not believe on the compulsion in planning, okay, whereby the individual privacy is lost. As far as the gender differences are concerned, Ram Manohar Lohia was also the supporter of the men and women equality. He says that both these men and women are having the equal status in the society, and he believes that women will be given equal status with men in all the matters, whether the political, social and economic. He also believes that the women will not become, the women's freedom is ensured by the state, and there should be the law which should be framed for providing the women freedom and also providing the status in the society. So he believes that the equal status to the women should be provided by the state to the women by passing or enacting the law. He was also remembered with the solution to the food problem, and he raised one of the movement Gherao Dalo Andolan, whereby when Bihar basically the Bihar and UP, the famine situation developed. At that time he suggested that there should be the Gherao Dalo Andolan in the government offices as well as the government godowns and the godowns of the big traders and the hotels. According to his Gherao Dalo Andolan, he said that in case give the bread to the hungry people, and if not providing the bread, then put them to the jail. And he became successful in his solution to the food problem, that is Gherao Dalo Andolan, in the year 1958. But his Gherao Dalo Andolan was just like the Gandhian way of non-violence, and it was one of the peaceful way of protesting against the state. There was also the concept related with the four-pillar state and the decentralization of economic and political power. So Lohia believes in the decentralization of economic and political powers, and he said that the decentralization of economic and political powers can be based on the four pillars, and these four pillars are basically the village, district, province and the center, and the power should be given independently to all these four pillars of the state. And he also says that there should be the decentralization of economic power. As far as the democracy and democratic institutions are concerned, Lohia considers democracy and democratic institution very important for any nation. According to him, democracy comes according to the democracy and socialism are the two sides of the same coins. So he says that democracy in all the circumstances shall be the sheet anchor of the ideas and programs of the socialism. So democracy means inevitable answerability of elected assembly. So he was actually the believer of the democratic thought, democracy and democratic institution. But again he says that if democracy is organized in the principle of socialism, both freedom of mind and economic security to the individual can be attained. As far as the socialism, capitalism and communism are concerned, so Lohia ji was the believes in the socialism. He believes in the system of socialism and he criticized both, that is the capitalism and communism. So his thought were clear in terms of socialism. He was the strong believer of socialism and the strong criticizer of the capitalism and the communism. As far as his thought related with the capital formation is concerned, Lohia holds the view that industrialization is not possible without capital formation, and as per his prescription or as per his ideas, this capital formation cannot be possible with the capitalism. He says that these capital formation can be possible through the way of equality and the individual freedom. As far as his views towards technology is concerned, he says that the technology of modern Europe is an imperialist technology, and because of this imperialist technology, many parts of the world, that is Asia as well as Africa, became the colony of the British rule. So the technology can be used in an effective manner. If with the help of the technology, the mass production is done, then it would further breeds the colonial rule. So Lohia further says that existing technology made possible by the imperialist control which European civilization exercises over the rest of the world in the longer run. So in a way, Lohia favored the use of labor-intensive technology. He was believer of the labor-intensive technique, just like the Gandhiji. Gandhiji was also of same opinion that since India is having the mass poverty and India is having the larger population, so the labor-intensive techniques are more useful here. So Gandhiji also suggested the khadi industries and the cottage industries. So Ram Manohar Lohia's view was also just like Gandhiji's view, and he suggested the labor-intensive technique for the further production. So as far as the conclusions are concerned, or to sum up, we can say that Dr. Lohia was an ardent supporter of individual freedom, democratic institution and socialism. He believes or he recommends that through the World Development Authority, where rich nations may contribute to the poor ones, he favored international trade, but it should not be in a one-way traffic, rather it should be the two-way traffic. It means both the countries should equally exchange the goods, so that there would be the favorable situation for both the countries. He believes on the socialism, and he was against the capitalism as well as communism. And as far as the individual freedom are concerned, Lohia suggests that individual freedom is necessary for the development of the individual. So these are the views of Ram Manohar Lohia. In the next video lecture, we will discuss the views of Dr. Ambedkar in terms of the different aspects. Thank you.